So you're getting close to retirement, and it's no longer a fuzzy concept in the distant future. It's right there, staring you down. But instead of getting excited, you feel that knot in your stomach. Why? Because there's a mountain of debt standing between you and the peaceful retirement you've worked so hard for. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and I promise it's not too late. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact playbook that we use to help our clients wipe out high-interest loans and mortgages before they retire. Stick with me and I'll show you how to grab control of your financial plan starting right now. But first, I'm Brad Lineberger, certified financial planner and founder of Seaside Wealth Management, helping you get more out of life with your money. If you'd like guidance on building a financial plan for retirement from a trusted fiduciary, use the link in the description below to book a free strategy call with one of our advisors. Now let me tell you why being debt-free is the way to be. Look, let's not sugarcoat this. Carrying a bunch of debt into your 50s is like playing a high-stakes game with your retirement, and the odds are not in your favor. It's not just a feeling. Studies show that nearly 3/4 of Americans over 50 are carrying debt, and for many, it's a major problem that pushes retirement further and further away. It's not just about the numbers on a page, it's about the silent thief that is interest. High interest debt, especially from credit cards, is the single most destructive force working against your financial freedom. It's not crazy for these cards to carry interest rates of 20% or even higher. Let that sink in for a second. For every dollar of debt that you carry at 20% interest, you're losing 20 cents every year, cents that should be invested and growing for you. Instead, that money's compounding against you, making the bank richer. This is exactly why so many people feel like they're stuck on a financial hamster wheel. You work hard, you make the payments, but you just never seem to get ahead. Those debt payments become a massive hole in your budget, making it nearly impossible to save what you desperately need for retirement. And this debt does more than drain your bank account. It limits your options. It chains you to a job you might hate, stops you from making smart investment moves, and dials up your stress levels to the exact opposite of what retirement should feel like. The goal isn't to just quit working. It's to step into a new phase of life with genuine peace of mind. And that peace is almost impossible to find when you're still paying off debts from years ago. The good news? The next 5 to 10 years are your golden window to take bold action and completely flip the script. Let's get into the plan. Step 1. Create your financial battle map. Before you can even think about attacking your debt, you have to know exactly what you're up against. You can't win a war without a map of the battlefield. So the first step is all about getting brutally honest and crystal clear. And it might not be the most fun that you'll ever have, but it's absolutely the most important. You need to create a simple budget. Yes, I said it, the B word, a budget. Start by tracking every single dollar that comes in and out for 1 month. List all your income sources, your paycheck, your side hustles, your investment income, you name it. Then list all your expenses and don't guess. Pull up your bank and credit card statements. You need to see exactly where your money's going, from the big mortgage payment down to the daily coffee that you barely remember buying. Most people are floored when they see hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars just evaporating on things that they don't even care about. Once you have your income and expenses, the next part of your map is a full list of your debts. Grab a spreadsheet or a simple notepad. For each debt, write down the total amount owed, the minimum monthly payment, and this is the big one, the interest rate. This includes your mortgage, your car loans, your student loans, personal loans, and every last credit card. This isn't an exercise to make you feel guilty. It's an exercise in taking back power. This document is your battle map. It shows you exactly where the enemy is so you can plan a targeted, intelligent attack. You now have a clear picture of your financial world. You know your cash flow, you know your liabilities, and now we can build the strategy to wipe them out. Step 2, the attack plan. Avalanche versus snowball. Okay, your map is drawn. It's time to pick your weapon. There's 2 main battle-tested strategies for killing debt: the debt avalanche and the debt snowball. First up, the debt avalanche. If you're a pure numbers person, this is your jam. Mathematically, it's the most efficient way to get out of debt. Here's how it works. You keep making the minimum payments on all your debts, but you take every single extra penny that you can find in your budget and you hammer the debt with absolute highest interest rates. This is almost always a credit card. You attack that one debt with everything you got until it's completely gone. Then you take the entire payment that you are making, the minimum plus all the extra, and roll it onto the debt with the next highest interest rate. You keep doing this, creating an avalanche of money that gets bigger and bigger as it rolls downhill, crushing each debt in its path. This method saves you the most money in interest, period. The second method is the debt snowball, and that's Dave Ramsey's preferred method. This one is all about psychology and momentum. Instead of ordering your debts by interest rate, you list them from the smallest balance to the largest. You make minimum payments on everything, but you throw all your extra cash at that smallest debt first, no matter the interest rate. The goal here is to score a quick win. When you pay off that first little debt, you get this incredible surge of accomplishment. It proves to you that you can do this. Then you take the money that you were paying and you roll it onto the next smallest debt, creating a snowball effect. As you knock out more debts, the snowball gets bigger and bigger, building momentum and keeping you fired up to see it through. So which one should you choose? If you're a disciplined, spreadsheet-loving person, the debt avalanche is technically the better option. But never ever underestimate the power of a mental win and Dave Ramsey. If you know you need these early victories to stay motivated, the debt snowball is a ridiculously powerful tool. The best plan is the one you'll actually stick with. So pick your method, commit to it, and let's talk about how to pour some gasoline on this fire. Step 3, the accelerators. Supercharge your payoff. You've got your attack plan. Now let's find ways to send even more money to the front lines each month. These are the accelerators. First, let's talk about refinancing and consolidation. If you're juggling multiple high-interest credit cards, consolidating them into a single personal loan with a much lower interest rate can be a brilliant move. It simplifies your life with one payment and, more importantly, slashes the amount of interest that you're paying so more of your money hits the principal. Also, take a hard look at your mortgage. Rates are always changing, and refinancing to a lower rate or a shorter term could free up hundreds of dollars a month. A 0% introductory rate balance transfer card can also work, but here's the giant warning label. You must have a rock-solid plan to pay off the entire balance before that intro period ends and the rate jumps into the stratosphere. The second accelerator is a big one, but it can be a total game changer. Downsizing. If the kids have flown the coop and you're rattling around in a big family home, selling and moving to a smaller, less expensive place could dramatically reduce or even completely eliminate your mortgage. Think about what that also does to your property taxes, your insurance, your maintenance, and the utility bills. It's like finding a fire hose of cash that you can aim directly at the other debts and your retirement savings. Finally, get surgical with that budget you made. Go through it line by line and ask the tough question. Is this expense more important than my financial freedom? Start cutting the non-essentials. Cancel subscriptions that you forgot you had and make cooking at home your new default. Because every dollar you save is another soldier in the fight against debt. You could even pick up a temporary side hustle, driving for a ride share, freelancing online, walking dogs, and commit 100% of that income directly to your debt. This period of sacrifice is temporary, but the freedom it buys lasts you forever. Step 4, build your defense, the emergency fund. While you're aggressively attacking debt, you are also financially vulnerable. One surprise, a car that won't start, a sudden medical bill, a leaky roof, could force you right back to a credit card, undoing all your progress. To stop this from happening, you need to build a defensive wall, your emergency fund. An emergency fund is simply a stash of cash, 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses parked in a separate, easy-to-access, high-yield savings account. This is not vacation money. This is not investment money. This is life happens insurance. Its only job is to cover unexpected necessary costs so you don't have to take on new debt. A lot of people ask, Brad, why would I save cash that's earning pennies when I have credit card debt at 20%? And that's a great question. The answer is risk management. Without that cash buffer, your whole debt payoff plan is a house of cards, and the slightest breeze will knock it over. Having that fund in place gives you breathing room, lowers your stress, and most importantly, protects your hard-won progress. Now, Dave Ramsey has a slightly different approach. In the Ramsey approach, the 7 baby steps, Dave says, put $1,000 away, step 1, attack all your debt using the snowball method, step 2, and then, and only then, build your 3 to 6 months emergency fund. Then step 4, you're starting to save for retirement, and it goes on to 5, 6, and 7. And that's great. Whichever method you choose to do, just make sure it's one that works for you and one that you can stick to. Step 5, the balancing act, debt versus retirement savings. The million-dollar question for people in their 50s is, should I stop investing for retirement so I can pay off my debt faster? The answer, almost always, is a careful balancing act. First, the absolute must-do, no exceptions rule. If your employer offers a 401k match, you gotta contribute enough to get the entire match. It's free money. It's an instant 50% or 100% return on your investment. You're not gonna beat that return anywhere. So turning down the match is literally turning down a race. Don't do it. But beyond the match, things get a little more strategic. As a general rule, you're gonna wanna prioritize paying off any debt with a high interest rate that's significantly higher than what a conservative return that you could get from your investments. So that means the 22% credit card debt is a raging fire that needs to be put out immediately. However, you're in your 50s and you can't afford to completely lose a decade of compound growth. A smart strategy is to continue making retirement contributions, even if they're smaller for a while you're in full-on debt destruction mode. Try to get at least 5% of your income into retirement accounts. Then, as soon as a debt is paid off, don't just absorb that money back into your lifestyle, split it. Send half to your next debt target and use the other half to ramp up your retirement contributions. And don't forget your superpower, catch-up contributions. The IRS lets people age 50 and over contribute thousands more to their retirement accounts each year. As you free up cash, maximizing these contributions can make a jaw-dropping difference in your final nest egg. And if you have a high deductible health savings plan, look into a health savings account or HSA. It has a triple tax advantage and it's a fantastic way to save for future healthcare costs. This 5-step playbook is your roadmap to freedom. It's going to take focus and discipline, but the reward, a retirement without the weight and worry of debt, is worth every bit of the effort. If you're ready to take that first step, subscribe to this channel for more real-world advice on building a retirement that you can actually enjoy. And let me know in the comments, what's the very first debt that you're gonna attack? Putting it out there is a powerful way to hold yourself accountable. And for another great video that I think you'll really like, check this out.